Hello and welcome to your in-depth look at the Income Investigator. I'm literally going to walk you through every single step of this awesome document, and I'm going to show you each and every part. And then if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the Leadership Recipe Facebook group. So before you even dive into this, make sure you watch the other videos. They have crucial information kind of around the theory behind this and how I built it, which will help you dive into this really, really effectively. First things first you have to do is you actually have to click File and make a copy. And then you can rename it like Sarah's Income Investigator. And that will build you a new document with all of the information in it. The Income Investigator is split into 4 sections. The top section, which is right here, where it says how I want to feel about my money, my income, old tired beliefs, and new beliefs. That's the mindset section. And then there is your money goals section. And then there is your outflows and your inflows. And that all results in your current balance sheet, which is right over here. The way that you want to approach this is first start with the top section, which is how you want to feel about money, income, and abundance in monetary form. This is a great place to start and finish the document. So first you want to just put some things in present tense about how you want to feel about money. I put some things in here just as a starter placeholder, and it says, I feel integrity with my values when it comes to the amount, the way, and the methods that my income comes in. I craft income easily and quickly and without manipulating others to purchase. I have a robust client goal load and my bank account reflects that. Just an example of some beliefs in present tense. And if you don't remember why to use present tense, go check out the first 3 videos and it will remind you. The next thing is old, tired beliefs about money and capacity to create money. And this is where I suggest putting previous beliefs or beliefs you're still holding that you're trying to release, and literally write, I release. And for example, something you might be releasing is, I release the idea that I can't make enough money to support myself, or I release the idea that I can't hold a $50,000 a month company. Whatever those old tired beliefs are, you write them there, I release, and type them on out. And then things you can't quite wrap your head around yet fall under new beliefs I am cultivating. So if they don't fit in that first section over here, which is how you'd like to feel about money, but they're things you would like to feel eventually about money, and things that just feel a little farther away, go ahead and put them under the new beliefs I am cultivating. And I have the little prompt of, I am practicing. So you might write, I am practicing being the type of business owner who makes $10,000 a month. I am practicing believing I am capable of having 20 clients a month. Whatever the things that you have limited to no access to right now, but you really want to practice. So that's the first section. You want to start there, do the rest, and then fill in more if things come up for you as you work through this. The next section is your goal setting section and your recent revenue section. If you're super duper duper sensitive around looking at your previous results, don't fill in recent revenue. For some people, if they can't see where they come from and where they're going, they feel really out of integrity and out of whack. So that is why it's there. But if for you, you feel like that putting your current revenue is going to stifle your dreaming capacity, ignore it, please. But if you want to put it there, go ahead and put it there. The year-to-date revenue, the past quarter, which is the past 3 months, your past month, and your past week's revenue can go there. You'll also want to put a date started because we're looking at goals for 120 days. And you want to have that mark of when you started this document so that you can track that. So let's just say you started on the 25th of October, 2007. No, it's not actually 2007, but I'm going to write it because who cares? Now, the thing that you're going to do is pick an initial 120-day goal. This can be anything And I suggest it's something that feels really exciting to you and potentially a little bit challenging. So when you think about this, you can actually just keep putting in numbers until it starts to shake out in the bottom. Because you see where it says monthly and weekly? That'll actually auto-generate for you. So let's say you want to try on 25,000 for size over the next 120 days. That's going to generate 6,250 monthly or 1,563 weekly. If 6,250 doesn't feel good, go ahead and try something else like 40,000, which will produce 10,000 a month and $2,500 a week. And again, you just want to play with that number, check it out, and then go forth and check out the next section. And we will also come back to the money goals. So the next section to look at is money outflows. First things first is typing all of the outflows that currently leave your hands. So rent, mortgage, credit card bills, and I suggest having a line item for each of these, but it's not absolutely a necessity. I'll explain that in a second. What you want to do is write what the expenses and how you feel about paying them and the way in which they'll be paid. And when I say the way in which they'll be paid, I mean the energy behind it, not like I pay it with my bank account. It's more like I pay it joyfully and easily. So for me, an example of that would be my coach. Every time I get my coach's bill, which is hysterical as a coach, right? I still have a little bit of resistance around paying it. I don't know why, but I do. It's probably because it's not a very low-end expense. It's one of my higher-end expenses. So I might write, I pay my coach on time and with joy and excitement. And let's say my coach costs $500 a month. The specific cost for that 120 days being 4 months, would be $2,000, which means I need to create $500 per month to cover that. And then the next question is, do I actually want this? Meaning, is it something I can accept the way I've written it? And yes, I sure can. And then I might say for my mortgage, I pay my mortgage early or on time. And I do so reveling in the fact that I have a home I love. And let's say that is, I don't actually have a mortgage that I pay personally right now, but let's say I did, and it was also $500 a month. We'll do the exact same thing. That's $2,000, which means I need to create $500 a month. And then, can I accept this? Yes. Let's say I'm going to lump all of my bills together, which you can do, by the way. I pay my bills early and automatically without worry that I won't have the income to cover them. And let's say that my rest of my bills are $300 a month. So we'll put 300 here. And then the specific cost of the 120 days would be $1,200. So why do I have this specific cost of 120 days instead of just need to create per month? Well, every once in a while we have expenses that are quarterly, or we have expenses that are coming up that are one time. For example, you hire me to work you through R.E.A.L marketing, which is a $2,500 investment, and you pay in full one time. I invest into R.E.A.L marketing with ease and dive into the content quickly. So that then becomes, it's a one-time expense of $24.97, which gives you how much per month? Right there at $624 over the next 120 days. So that's the reason why I have that, is more for one-time expenses, so then you can figure them out monthly. Honestly, if you're just doing monthly, I would skip the specific cost over the 120 days. It's really up to you and how your brain works. So yes, and yes. So that's all of your current money outflows. You also want to look at your desired money outflows and your quote unquote budget. Budgeting can be a really sticky thing for people, and I get that, but we have to start creating containers for that budget. So let's say you want to be able to spend money on clothes and makeup and face products. You need to put that in there. I have a clothing and makeup budget that feels abundant and joyous, and I can buy the things I want with ease. And let's say that I want, I don't know, we'll go with $1,000 a month just because. And maybe you'll say, oh, I can't accept that yet. So you can put not now. Maybe you're looking to hire a team member. Hire a team member that feels in alignment with my value. I have a team member. This is a new expense, and maybe that'll cost $500 a month. And yes, I can accept that now. So if you can accept it now, it should stay there. If you can't accept that now, it's a choice whether you keep it there or not. But I suggest you keep it there to start. And here's why. Because down below, you'll see the total outflows will start to add up right there. And then you can go focus on inflows and then decide if you can accept it or not. So just like outflows, you want to start with current real inflows. Let's say I have 5 clients who pay me on time and they are delightful to work with and I adore working with them. Okay. And let's say they each pay $1,000 a month, so that's $5,000. And yes, I can accept that because it's already a thing. And then maybe you wanted to open up a group program. So this is an inflow you don't have yet. Actually, before I go there, sorry, pausing. Before I go there, you want to focus on all the different income sources you have, not just your business. So that means if you have a spouse who pays for things, you want to do this for both of you, especially if your money is intertwined. If you have alimony, if you have investments, anything that is offshooting money on a regular basis to you needs to be included here, not just your business income. Because if we ignore the other sources of income, we're literally not doing it respect or giving it the respect it deserves. And I've had plenty of clients who have a really hard time manifesting or creating new income because they're literally blinders on with what they're receiving. They're so unaware of the fact that they are receiving income from other places. So that's really, really crucial to include. So if you have alimony, I receive my alimony joyfully and without resentment. And let's say that creates $1,000 per month. And you actually have yes. Okay, now new inflows. So right now, our inflows and our outflows are actually, we have way more inflows than outflows. So I'm going to add another outflow. I have a lot of things I have to pay. And I pay for them with glee. Okay, let's just add another $6,000 to that a month. Okay, this just for the balance sheet. So you can see your outflows, you can see your inflows. You might want to open a group program. I open a group. Let's be in present tense. My group program invites in 3 ideal clients per month. And that, let's say it's a $500 group program. If you're getting 3 a month, $1,500. Yay! So as you're going, you'll see that your current balance sheet has inflows versus outflows automatically filled in for you. And if your balance sheet is negative, you either need to create more inflows or shift your outflows. I always suggest creating more inflows. And if your balance sheet is positive, you actually need to create other outflows. Outflows can include savings. Outflows can include paying off bills. It's really however you want to splice this, okay? So let me go back over this one more time about how to do this kind of at a quick level, and then give it a shot yourself. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me in the Facebook group. So you have your belief systems at the top, how you want to feel, old beliefs that you're releasing, and new beliefs that you're practicing. You have a money goal of how much you're making. And this is important to look at because right now I've just said my money goal is going to be $10,000 a month and I'm only making $7,500. So I want to shift that, right? So I want to make sure I create enough there. And then you want to put in your outflows, current and desired, and then your inflows, current and desired. And the goal is to see them balance out. If they don't balance, you have to create the balance. Because the thing is you can want what you want, all that you want, but it needs to have a place to go. So if you're claiming you have all these inflows desires and your outflows don't match, you have an energetic mismatch. And same thing, if you have all these outflows and you're not bringing in enough, you need to start defining how you're going to bring in more. If you run out of space, what you do is click a line, click the right click button and insert a row above. That shouldn't mess with your formulas. And then the same thing down here in inflows. You can just add lines. Your goal is to get this current balance sheet to 0. So your inflows match your outflows. Have any questions? Find me in your leadership recipe and ask away. Or you can check out that link and dive deeper into your business with a profit on purpose assessment. And we'll talk about it. We'll make sure that we schedule some time to talk about your Income Investigator. So that is all for today. And I am so excited to see what you create. Feel free to share it with me when you're done at mckenna.held@gmail.com. Bye, guys.